And now, most importantly, I would like to present the Walker Award. I just want to tell you what the Walker Award is before I present. In 2008, the Alumni and Development Office attempted to uncover the original intentions of the Robert E. Walker Award. There was no formal record found with the award description. Below is what was found through old email exchanges and conversations with former alumni directors and directors of development. The Robert E. Walker Award is given annually to an alumnus whose sustained commitment to the Academy is consistent with the vision of Mr. Robert E. Walker. Mr. Walker was a revered leader of the Academy's alumni office during the 1960s and early 1970s. He was so respected for his work cultivating relationships between SSA and our alumni that in 1969 the Alumni Council created an Alumnus of the Year Award in his name. And this year I am very pleased to present the Walker Award to Lou Plung, class of 1980. Lou, would you come on up? A couple of details about Lou. A graduate of the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, Lou is managing partner of the Lewis Plung and Company, LLP, which provides business and consulting services to companies throughout the region. In addition to serving on numerous boards in Pittsburgh, Lou has been a member of Shady Side's Board of Trustees since 2009. He served on the Finance, Endowment, and Development Committees. And Lou currently chairs the Audit Committee and serves on the Executive Committee of the Board of Trustees. Lou and his wife Lori have been passionate and generous supporters of Shady Side for many years. And what I appreciate most about Lou as the head of school is the tremendous work that he did on our own strategic plan, a process that began shortly after I arrived here in 2010. And not only was Lou's analysis of the challenges that faced us as a school so important to what we developed in our plan, but he's also been an incredible supporter of what we've been trying to do and actually agreed to be co-chair of our campaign that will support the initiatives of our strategic plan. So we're very, very excited about that. Lou's wife, Lori, is here tonight. We're thrilled to have her, and her two children, Danny, who's class of 1913 and currently will be a junior at the University of Chicago, and Jesse, who's class of 17. Congratulations, Lou.
I guess all those things just can't say no. That's the problem. So Tom, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm certainly very honored and very humbled. I looked over the list of awardees, many of whom are here tonight, some of whom I get to work with on the board currently, some of who I know through business and some who I know through reputation, and I'm truly, truly very, very humbled. Actually pretty shocked also when Tom gave me a call. Probably not as shocked as any of us as alumni would have been if we would go back in time and tell our high schooler that, by the way, you're getting an award in 30 years or so. So fortunately, you forget a lot of the things you did when you were a student at various schools. But you know, the reason that I think I became as active as I did, and it's true of I think anyone that's active at any institution, but particularly here, and I think Barbara Pippin-Tai, who got this award 2 years ago and who is a current Board of Trustees, said, more than anywhere else, any institution that you've been a part of at that time of life, certainly Shady Side shapes you, it molds you. And it's those, for me it was those 7 years, others it's 13 years, for many it's 4 years while they're in high school, but they're crucial years. And it really sets the tone of what your life will be, what you will do, what values you hold. A lot of that comes from home, but it's reinforced at an institution in a place like this. And I was very lucky and very fortunate, as I think many of us feel that way, to be able to do that. So I personally hold a lot of gratitude to the school, and even as much as that, I hold a lot of gratitude to the faculty, the administration that was here while I was here, some of whom I've had a chance to reconnect for a little bit. I saw Mr. Sales here, I saw Mr. Stifler, Mr. Felder. So it really, you know, I would just sit there and say thank you. Thank you very much for what you did for me at that point in time. And now as a parent, Lori and I come back, and I think while I was here for 7 years as a student, it's 15 years as a parent, hard to believe. And I see what the institution, the school is doing for my kids. And, you know, I just sit here and I say to the faculty, I say to the administration, thank you very much. You help guide, you help raise, you help push, nurture, and develop our kids in a way that we see them go off into much greater and better things. So the real reason that I get to do what I do up here at Shady Side is because I want to thank you for all of that. Awards are great, Tom, and I just want to take one more moment. And, awards are about what you've done in the past, and it's talking about the past a little bit. I want to just change time frame here a little bit and talk about the future. Shady Side, I think we all know, started as an institution, a college prep institution with great academics. And that's certainly why I ended up coming here. Great academics, great core academics. The English, the arithmetic, all that type of stuff that was very good. I still can remember Blanche Wick telling me about my basic facts. But beyond that, it built upon that foundation of those great academics and added a great sports program on top of it. And Shady Side became known as its great sports program, and it ended up with that as a foundation. And I think that's what great institutions do. They take a foundation, they build upon it. And that's what Shady Side has done. And it took that great foundation, and rather than forgetting about it and moving on to the next great thing, what great institutions do is they build upon what's already there. And a case in point, 10.5 years ago, the Hillman Center opened up, and it changed the culture of the school here very much so. To the fact that a couple of years ago, I remember watching a performance there, and seniors that were Division I recruits going to Division I school to play football were standing up there reciting Shakespeare, playing Puck in Macbeth. It doesn't happen everywhere. And again, it's because the circle grew. We added a tremendous dramatic arts program to what had already been a key foundation. And those things don't happen automatically, I don't believe. They happen because there's vision, there's enthusiasm, there's support that occurs. And they only happen at certain times. We're at such a crucial time right now, again. When Tom came on here, as he said, I think he surveyed and saw what was needed in the school, looked around and saw what was out there otherwise. And as he said, he developed a great strategic plan. So we brought in a great strategic plan, got support of the board, moved forward with great faculty, and now we're at a cusp of another great moment, another building point for Shady Side Academy that will again widen that circle and increase it. As Tom pointed out and is in the room, we're on the cusp right now of our campaign for the future, really our next great phase as we call it, our Science and Innovation Center. And this will again dramatically change what happens at Shady Side. And just as I know all of us, myself, faculty, all of the stakeholders here, were benefited by the vision of people that came before us and have all these great facilities to use, we will have this facility in a few years to also have. And this campaign, being as I'm chairman of the campaign, I get to use a little bit of time on this. This campaign is not just about that facility. Certainly that's the signature thing out there. But it's also about building our endowment, aiding our teachers, providing scholarships. So I urge all of you to take a look and see what the next great phase for Shady Side will be. Because at the end, my kids will leave here, I've left here, but when we come back, I really believe we are building what will be the premier secondary school educational institution in Western Pennsylvania and far beyond that, thanks to the vision that Tom has put forward. It's a really exciting time. Take time, look at all of this, and certainly, as I said, I'm very impressed and a little overwhelmed with everything, but thank you, Tom, very much for this.